the game that's bringing people together 2 clues at a time. Today we have 4 fantastic and wonderful and gorgeous contestants. We have Natalie and Aviva and Paul and Brian. This is a special, special day. This is the birthday of Sacred Fools Theater. It's 24 years old today. Today was the anniversary of the very first public thing that Sacred Fools did on April 1st, April Fool's Day, 24 years ago. It's also the day I got my second vaccination, so I am now fully vaccinated. That also means that sometime in the next couple minutes, I might just have a complete fever meltdown. So be ready for that. It's also my little sister's birthday. She's gonna be, I don't know, old, not a lot less younger than me, but older today, April 1st. So that's it's a lot of big stuff happening, but let's just forget about all that and play this game. So today we've got Natalie, Aviva, Paul, and Brian. So I'm going to do a very, very quick rundown. We just had a blackout here. The power went out in my house, so I'm not quite as prepared as I usually am, which is not usually very prepared at all. But I'm just going to run down and introduce everybody to the audience at home and to each other, because it sort of comes in handy later, even though you all know each other. So Natalie, I believe, is from Michigan. She lives in Los Angeles. She's an actor, and she is an expert in lactation, and I think. And also, Aviva is also an expert in training people about lactation, which is really weird. Not that they do that, but they're both on the show at the same time. Aviva is from California, right? Or is that right? Yes. Yeah. And she lives in California, along with Brian, who's her husband, who also is from California and lives in California. He says he knows a lot about technology, but doesn't know anything about biology. Is that, or no, Albanian history? Anyway, Paul Plunkett knows a lot about New Mexico, because that's where he grew up. Actually, he grew up all over the place. I've known Paul for about 400 years. And we've worked together for about 50% of that time. So it's very exciting. We don't work together now, so it's very exciting to see you. It's always great to see you, Paul. And without any further ado, let's get on with the game. So the way it works is, when it's your turn, you challenge somebody with one of these topics. If they get it right, they get the points. If they get it wrong, then you get the points. And everybody can steal once by saying, I know it. Now, if everybody uses their steal, then everybody gets another steal. That doesn't always happen. But anyway, that's the idea. So we're going to start out with Brian's going to go first, then Paul, then Natalie, then Aviva. So the heck with ladies first. So Brian, it's going to be your turn. Lovely disembodied voice. What are the topics that Brian gets to choose from?
John, Brian gets to choose from pop culture, big monsters, valuable players, show business, silent fools, the easy question, the mystery question, which is worth double points, machines, empires, numbers, birthdays, and states.
And I just want to remind you, if you say I know it, if you try and steal and you get it wrong, you get the number of points deducted. The points start out at 10, then they go to 20, then they go to 30. And so, Brian, it's up to you. You have a full board to choose from. Who are you going to challenge, and what topic are you going to challenge them with?
All right. I am going to challenge Natalie to a question on empires.
Oh, empires. Okay, great. So, Brian, you can't steal because you're the challenger, but Paul and Aviva can steal. Natalie, let's see if you can answer this question. Empires.
Excellent. I am so down. If it's about Cookie Lion, then I know probably all about it.
Cookie Lion? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but I'm hopeful for you. Natalie, what empire held sway over 25% of the world's population in 1913 and controlled 24% of the world's land area in 1924?
I know it.
Oh, Paul knows it. What is it, Paul?
Is it the British Empire?
The British Empire. Paul has used to steal.
Sorry.
He gets 10 points.
I knew that, but I couldn't think of the word British.
I know. The pressure's on, but Paul used to steal, so he can't steal again until everybody uses the steal. Paul, it's now your turn. What topic are you going to choose, and who are you going to challenge?
I am going to challenge Aviva with the topic machines.
That is a smart move, as I don't know anything about machines.
All right, Aviva. All right, Paul couldn't steal it because he challenged, but Natalie and Brian can steal machines. Aviva, what was invented in 1817 by German Baron Karl von Drais and is now the most common vehicle of any kind in the world?
An automobile?
Automobile is a very, 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 very good guess. Automobile was not invented in 1817, though. It was, in fact. And here's the thing: you can steal it until I say the answer.
I know it.
Oh, Brian! What is it?
The bicycle?
The bicycle! That is correct. 10 points for Brian.
That's not a
Natalie.
machine.
Huh? Yeah.
I guess it's a machine.
By
It's a
definition, it's a
machine.
machine.
Yeah, all right. I just
A
don't like
lever is a machine, which is just a stick, really. Like learn that in junior high. The simple machines. Natalie, it's your turn. Go ahead.
All right. Then I will challenge Paul to Silent Fools.
Silent
Okay.
Fools. All right. Brian has used his steal. Aviva, you can steal this. Paul,
Yes.
Silent Fools. I know. Paul, what silent film star was named after a senator his father despised because his father thought he was illegitimate, and was played on the Sacred Fools stage by Jonathan Goldstein in our first production and Scott Leggett in Stoneface?
I know this.
Yes.
Fatty Arbuckle.
Fatty Arbuckle. That is correct. Paul gets those points. Very good. Very strange that Fatty Arbuckle has been on the stage twice at Sacred Fools, but it's been 24 years.
And Paul was around for both of them, so he had an in on the question.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Aviva, it is now your turn. So you pick from the remaining topics and challenge somebody.
Okay. I'm going to challenge Brian
Why would you
to
do that?
valuable players.
Valuable players. All right. So Natalie, you can steal this. Brian,
Uh-huh.
who was the oldest person ever to be named MVP of the NFL in 2017 and was the oldest person ever to be named MVP of the Super Bowl in February of this year?
I know it.
Oh, Natalie stole it. What is it, Natalie?
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady is correct. Very good. So just so you know, in case you guys missed it, if it's your turn to answer and you are afraid someone's going to steal it and you kind of know the answer, the best thing to do is say, I know it. And that preempts any steals. Right? So you can say, I know it after the first clue, even if you're being challenged. Okay, now we're on to the second round. Everything's gone up to 20 points. It's Brian's turn. Brian, let's take a look at the remaining topics.
All right. I'm going to challenge Paul on numbers.
Numbers. All right, Aviva, you still have your steal. You can use it at any time. Paul, how many players, this is for 20 points, how many players are on each side in a rugby game? And how many stripes are on the American flag? Same answer.
I know it.
25.
Oh,
Aviva,
maybe I
what is
don't
it?
know it. I thought it was
Aviva.
13.
It is 13. You
Okay.
stole it and you got it. And everybody has used their steal. That means everybody has a steal. Paul, I'm
Yes.
sorry if that was confusing. So each side of each team of a rugby team has 13 players on each side. And
Okay.
but you can have more than 13 players. That's why I say on each side. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
No.
Like on the
Oh, I
field,
can
on the
feel it.
field versus like,
that's-
you know,
yeah.
on the sidelines. All right.
The people on the sidelines, typically in a rugby game, who are typically gathered around the keg, getting ready to play. Paul, it's your turn.
I am going to challenge Natalie with the category of show business.
Show business.
There's no business like it. I mean, no
Apparently,
business I
there
know.
is no business like show business. Natalie, everybody can steal except Paul because he's the challenger. So Aviva and Brian could steal this. So if you think you know it, you want to yell out, I know it.
Okay.
What name is shared by the largest movie theater chain and the cable network that shows Better Call Saul and The Walking
I know it.
Natalie, what is it? Who is it?
AMC.
AMC is the name of both of those things. Very good. Natalie, it is now your turn. Let's take a look at the remaining topics.
Ooh, I would like to challenge Aviva to birthday.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh no.
Kind of what I was hoping for. Okay, so this is a non-stealable question. In fact, it's not a question, it's a physical challenge. Everybody can participate, and everybody who does gets 20 points. But the person who does the most sincere job, as judged by our lovely disembodied voice, will get another 20 points. And we're going to, we're just going to wing this. I might change some stuff around. And the thing is, I'm going to ask you to sing happy birthday to my sister, Kate. And I want you all to sing, but it might just be a mess. So I might turn off your mics individually as we go along to see what happens. Or maybe Tristan will do it. But anyway, I'm going to give you a note just so it's not as horrible as
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
you.
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God, thank you so much. That was like, it was like hiring a singing telegram for nothing. So lovely disembodied voice. I don't know, what, but what do you think? Who do you think gets the bonus points?
That was tough because, I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to have to say that Natalie, the final touch there, I think the extra points go to Natalie.
Oh, what? Because of the candle?
Yes, that was so beautiful, so sincere. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. That was beautiful.
Look at Aviva.
I know. Well, I will say this, Aviva. I wrote this and I thought I want Aviva to sing this because I know you have such a beautiful voice and you did a really beautiful job. It was very, very beautiful. But you didn't have the fireworks at the end, so
next time.
No comment.
Aviva, it's now your turn to take revenge. Maybe on me. So let's take a look at the remaining topics.
I'm gonna challenge Natalie on that ×2 hard question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be
So the
really
mystery
mad
question.
if you get it.
All right, so Paul and Brian, you can steal this. It is worth 40 points.
Wow.
If nobody gets it right, Aviva gets those points. But if somebody steals it, gets it right. If somebody steals it, and they do it wrong, it'll get 40 points taken away from them. But Natalie, you got this. Natalie, who played Flavius in Sacred Fool's production of Timon of Athens, and played Don Draper in
I know that.
Oh, Paul, what is it?
John Hamm.
John Hamm. That is correct. Paul has used his second steal. He gets 40 points. And now, is that right? Yes. Now we're down to, there's only 4 questions left. So you know what that means? That means it's time to reassess, think about ourselves, think about the choices we've made in our life, and look back in sadness and anger. No, it's not that. What we want to know is,
We've been doing that for a year.
What is the score currently?
Again.
Right now, Brian has 20 points.
Oh, very good, Brian.
Aviva has 40 points.
Oh, that's much better.
Natalie has 70 points, and Paul is in the lead with 90 points.
All right. The reason I mentioned that is because now all of these questions are worth 30 points. So there's almost as many points on the board as there were for the whole rest of the game. And now is the time when things switch around. Paul has used his second steal. So everybody has a steal. Brian, Natalie, and Aviva all have steals. Everyone has a steal except Paul. And we're going into the last 4 questions, and it's Brian's turn. So, Brian, what you going to do?
Let's give Aviva a question on pop culture.
All right. So Paul, you cannot steal. Brian, you cannot steal. But Natalie, you could steal it if you know it. But Aviva, you know it. Aviva, what number is the name of the character Millie Bobby Brown plays on Stranger Things?
I know it.
I know it.
Natalie.
I know it.
Natalie, what is it?
11.
11. Very, very good. That is totally correct. And the second clue I just have to read is the number of herbs and spices in the Colonel's original recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken.
11 original herbs and spices.
11
John.
is also the answer for that. Paul, it is your turn.
Okay, I would like to challenge Brian to big monsters.
All right, big monsters. Okay, Aviva, you can steal this.
Sure.
Nobody else could steal. Brian, what non-human character first appeared in a 1933 film from RKO Radio Pictures and has appeared opposite Naomi Watts, Jessica Lange, and Faye
I know
Ray?
it. King Kong.
That is correct, Brian. Very, very good. All right, last two topics. Natalie, it is your turn. Let's take a look
Okay.
at the remaining topics. I think one of them is the easy question, and the other one is states.
Oh, okay. I will give the easy question to Brian, as Brian has the least amount of points right now.
Ah, that was nice. That was like a gift and a dig at the same time.
Strategery.
Aviva still can steal this one. The easy question. All right, this is one of the hardest easy questions I've ever written. Brian,
Yes.
what mammal has the longest tail and the longest neck?
I know it.
Know it.
Oh, Brian said I know it. What is it, Brian?
Giraffe.
That is correct. Ha, I'm so relieved you got that.
I feel like I said it at the same time as Brian.
It's an internet delay. You're getting
Yeah.
a delay.
I really.
That's up our internet, so he probably did this on purpose.
Oh. Well, you
Shots
guys can work that out later privately. But Aviva, it is now your turn. It's now your turn to get somebody or something.
All right. I'm gonna challenge Brian to states.
All right, states. Paul, you have used your steal. Natalie, you've used your steal. So Brian, you can sit back. You have plenty of time and try and answer this question. Nobody else can answer it. This is a visual question. What state, Brian, has this state bird
Okay.
and this flag?
New Mexico?
That is correct. Very, very, very good. All right. Let's take a look at what the scores are.
I am losing so badly.
Are you? I don't know.
No,
I
I
wouldn't
really
say
am.
badly. It's not, the game is not even close to over. Lovely disembodied voice. What's the situation?
Well, Aviva does have 40 points.
Yeah.
Paul has 90 points.
Uh-huh.
Natalie has 100 points, and Brian is in the lead with 110.
So Brian was in last place just like 4 questions ago.
Yeah, but he
Now
knew
he's
what
in
giraffe
first.
was.
I know. That's kind of amazing. So Brian's in first place. Natalie is in second place. Paul is in third place. And Aviva is in fourth place. Okay, so before we move on, and I'll tell you what's going to happen, let's take a moment and talk about things that we're excited about, that we want the audience to know about, and so forth. The thing that I'm excited about and that I want the audience to know about is that this game is a card game that you can buy at thegame.com, and you can play it. It's a little bit different than this game, so you can play it with 3 people, you can play it 5 people, or whatever, and you can play it because it's the way it's set up. You can play it remotely as well because it has numbers on it. So go there, and it's 20% off if you use the keyword spring in the discount when you check out. So check that out. I also want to, well, I'll plug the other thing I want to plug in a second. Natalie, you have anything you want to tell us about?
Yeah, on April 21st, I'm going to be part of a reading for Scripts Gone Wild, and we're going to be reading the script for Bram Stoker's Dracula as a drinking game. So whenever anyone gets it wrong, they got to drink. And then in the meantime, if you can't wait till the 21st for a fix of me, I am on The Lady in the Dale and the English language dub of Veneno, both of which currently available on HBO Max.
The English language dub of what?
It's called Veneno. It is a Spanish language show.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Well, I will check that out. Excellent. Aviva, what about you?
Well, most of what I have coming up, I can't announce yet, unfortunately. But I wrote and acted on a podcast for Flying V Theater in DC. So Paperless Pulp Season 2 is going to have a whole lot of me on it.
Oh, cool.
And I also want to plug, when theater comes back, go see East West Players. They've had a bit of a week and they do really awesome work. And so I want to plug them, support them. If you want to give money to a theater, like, I just want to put their name out there.
All right, fantastic. Yeah. How about you, Paul?
I don't have anything personally going on, but I would like to plug theater wherever you're at. It's when it comes back, especially the smaller, more intimate theaters. Usually, it's people putting up things. They're not, nobody's in it for the money. It's like 6,000 people fighting over $1, and but you'll see things you never knew were out there, and you'll walk out with your mind a little bit expanded. So go see some theater whenever you can, and stay healthy, of course.
Fantastic. Brian?
I'm going to be on a web streaming game show called You Know It, starting about 20 minutes ago. And I'm probably going to go watch some Netflix.
How are you going to do on that show?
I'm going to do really bad at first, but then make a good comeback about halfway through.
Oh, fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Oh, that's going to be great.
I also I want to take an opportunity to plug something which is called Sacred Fools Theater. It was started 24 years ago, and it's celebrating its 24th birthday today.
Right now.
It is awesome. It does fantastic work. It's like a home for wayward, crazy people. And they do it's an opportunity for people to do all kinds of really interesting stuff. There's some incredibly creative people there. If you haven't seen a Sacred Fools show and you're in the Los Angeles area, we're going to start doing live stuff again. I think it's September. And in the meantime, send them all of your money. Because here's the thing. It's like an investment, except it doesn't pay you money back. It pays back in karma, which is worth more than money, really. And karma's not a cryptocurrency. It's something else. Anyway, so this is what's going to happen. The person who's in first, which is Brian, which is really unbelievable, is going to go, not just because you were in, I told you were smart, but you're gonna buy to the final rounds. You're gonna wait in the octagon for the winner of the elimination round. Okay. And then Natalie, you are in second place. You get a pass to the semifinal. You're gonna face whoever wins between Paul and Aviva. Okay. So Paul, you're going to get a chance to pick, because you're third. You get a chance to pick the topic. So let's take a look at the final topics. Or actually, let me have the lovely disembodied voice tell us what the 4 final topics are.
John, the 4 final topics are nations, theater, history, and food. And I also have the results of the side game.
Oh, the side game. People play this game live in the chat on YouTube, and they're called the You Know It Alls. And who won so far? Or who won this time?
So Josh and Karen both answered 2 questions correctly.
Fantastic.
Josie answered 1 question correctly, and Aaron Francis answered 4 questions correctly.
Fantastic.
So he's the end of the side game.
All right,
go Aaron
Francis, you know it. All right, fantastic. Or he knows it faster than anybody, where he has a faster internet connection. So what am I saying, Paul? Hey, hear that? Vaccine is kicking in. Paul, what topic do you want to pick?
I'm going to pick nations.
All right, nations. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to read 5 clues for one answer. Okay. And when you know it, you yell out, I know it. If you get it right, then you move on and you face Natalie. And so Brian and Natalie, if you could turn off your cameras, don't go away, just turn off your cameras so we can just focus on the battle royale between Paul and Aviva. So this is for both of you, right? So whoever gets it, whenever you know it, it's like a game of chicken. You say, I know it, when you know it. If you get it wrong, your opponent moves on. If you get it right, then you move on. Nation, what country now includes the birthplace of Lee Strasberg and celebrates April Fool's Day with the official Humarina Festival in Odessa, its 3rd most populous city?
I know it.
Oh, Paul, what is it?
Ukraine.
Ukraine is correct.
Whew.
Yes. I am so sorry, Aviva.
It's okay. I'm just really slow because my brain goes, oh, it's that place that guy who sings Start Wearing Purple is from. And then I'm like, it's oh, he said it.
And also, I think, Paul, you've been to the Ukraine.
I have been to the Ukraine. Actually, 20 years ago this year.
Oh, really?
Yes. Kiev. Or
Yeah,
Kiev.
yeah.
Kiev, as they say there.
And they now spell it completely differently.
Mm-hmm.
It's very confusing writing this question. Anyway. Congratulations, Paul. Now you're going to go on and you're going to face Natalie and see how you do. If you could turn off your camera. Don't go away. Don't go away. All right. So, Natalie, you get to choose from the remaining 3 topics.
Excellent. Well, got to know my opponent.
This is Paul. Paul, this is
Hi.
Hello. I think I will pick history.
History. Okay. Now this is a battle royale between Natalie, who is, I think, the newest member of Sacred Fools, and Paul, who's the oldest member of Sacred Fools. All right. Having said that, I'd forgotten. Are you doing food? Is that what you said?
Yeah. History.
Oh, you doing
history.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All
that
right.
vaccine makes you hungry. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So Natalie, Paul's already gone through this, but if you know it, you say, I know it. And if you get it wrong, then you're eliminated. If you get it right, you go on and face Brian in the octagon. History. In what year was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone first published in England? And did Nobel Peace Prize recipient Mother Teresa die? And was Nobel Peace Prize recipient Malala born? And was Madeleine Albright named the first female Secretary of State a few days after Clinton's 2nd inauguration?
I know it.
Oh, Paul, what is it?
1997?
1997! That is correct! That is very good. And the last clue, of course, is what year was Sacred Fools founded?
Aw.
Very good. Paul's roaring back from 3rd and going to the final. Natalie, excellent work. Oh, bye.
Well, thank you.
Turn off your video for a second. All right, here we go. Brian, you get to choose from the remaining topics.
We're going food.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's the thing. This is slightly different.
Uh-oh.
In the first 2 rounds, if you got it wrong, your opponent went on. And this is the final round. This is who wins. You have to answer correctly. So if you say, I know it, and you get it wrong, your opponent has to answer. And if they get it wrong, then we move on to a different topic. Okay? But we're on food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What fruit is technically a berry, but is rarely identified as such, and was first domesticated in New Guinea, and grows from the largest flowering plant without a woody trunk, and is the most purchased fruit in the United States, and has a thick yellow peel that is
I
eaten.
know it.
Oh my God, that was like simultaneous. All right, hold on just a minute. I have an idea who I think heard first. Lovely disembodied voice. Do you have a opinion?
No.
You don't? All right, I'm going to say it was simultaneous. So what I would like you to do is go to the chat and type in what your answer is, and don't hit whatever until I say go. Oops, what is it?
Ready to send?
And go ahead, send.
Oops, hold on. I did it private. Dang it. I mean, that's what I was typing.
Sure, Brian.
He sent it to me and it did come through first.
All right, then. You both answered banana, which is correct. So you both got it right at exactly the same time. So we're going to go to the last topic, which is theater, appropriately enough. What play gets its title from a pun of a song from a Disney movie and was selected to win a Pulitzer by the drama jury, but was deemed too obscene by the advisory board, and won Uta Hagen a Tony for Best Actress, and won Edward Albee a Tony for Best Play, and was made into a movie that won Elizabeth Taylor an Oscar.
I know it.
Paul, what is it?
Is it Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
It is Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Wow.
Woo! Paul Plunkett,
Yay.
have everybody come back. It's not official yet. It's not official yet. First of all, thank you all very, very much for playing. It was very, very wonderful to have you on this special episode. Thank you all for being part of Sacred Fools Theater, for making it the fantastic, wonderful place that it continues to be. And yeah, thank you very much for playing. And lovely disembodied voice, who is the official winner of tonight's game?
Oh, Plunkett, you are the official winner of tonight's game because you know it.
I knew it. I knew it. Yay. Thank you.
Oh, you get all the prize money goes to Paul. All of it.
Sorry, Aviva.
Of it.
I just want to say that not one of the categories I said I knew stuff about was on there. And yet there were questions about like all the places Paul goes to all the time.
Well, you mean like New Mexico? What else? Just...
No.
And
Yeah, Ukraine.
When I saw that Roadrunner was the state bird of New Mexico, I had to write that into a question.
I'd lost my steel already, so I was like, I know this.
And then,
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't even get that question. And look at that flag. I mean, that flag looks like it was, made up in like 1979, right? Was it?
It's the Zia. It was probably made in, prehistory.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but the bright yellow on the red and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the flag itself. Yeah.
It's not like on rocks. Anyway, enough out of me. So, subscribe. If you enjoyed today, if you didn't enjoy today, I don't care. Just subscribe. Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook, and go to youknowitthegame.com or .net and buy a copy. For the love of God, 20% off if you use the discount code SPRING, which will last until, spring is over, which is in June or something. Let's see, what else? Oh, next week, we're going to have Gorgeous Geniuses. And what else do I have to say? Anything else to say, lovely disembodied voice?
Well, just, it's not what you know, it's who you know and what you know that they don't know.
Ah, I see. Is there anything else that I'm supposed to say? I'm still vaxing.
Nothing else at all. Just say good night to the lovely people, John.
Good night to the lovely people, John.
Good night.
Hit it, Tristan!
Woo!
Here we go. You know it. You know it. You know it. Do you? Hey! You know it.
That
Yay.
was fantastic, you guys. That was hilarious.
That was some bullshit.